Hello everyone. You are watching a segment of the Countdown program from October 16, 2023. Today is Monday. See the entire program and postscript on the Patreon resource. And thanks to everyone who is becoming our patrons right now. More about the themes of the postscript a little later, but now about the main thing. US President Biden stated the need for the complete destruction of Hamas. In an interview with CBS News, President Biden said that the Islamist group Hamas must be destroyed, but that Israel's occupation of the Gaza Strip would be a mistake. Hamas does not represent the entire Palestinian people, Joe Biden explained. And I think it would be a mistake for Israel to occupy Gaza again. But going in and getting the extremists is a must. Israel is pursuing a group of people involved in a barbarity that has consequences as serious as the Holocaust. And so I think Israel has the right to respond. Hamas is a bunch of cowards. They are hiding behind civilians, Joe Biden said. When asked by the journalist whether he believes that Hamas needs to be completely eliminated, Biden replied, "Yes, I think so." He also said that it was necessary to look for ways to create a Palestinian state and warned Iran and Hezbollah against interfering in the conflict. 5 members of the US Senate held a press conference in Tel Aviv after meetings with senior Israeli officials and families of the victims and said that the violence by Hamas cannot be compared with the actions of Israel. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who noted that he is the highest-ranking Jew ever to hold office in the US government, said the killing of civilians on a kibbutz near the Gaza Strip reminded him of the deaths of his own relatives at the hands of the Nazis in Europe. Republican Utah Senator Mitt Romney said Hamas is using civilians as human shields and that the deaths in the Gaza Strip are, every single one of them, the result of Hamas. Meanwhile, the Israeli army informs about the liquidation of the leaders of the Islamist group. Thus, an airstrike killed the head of the Southern National Security District of Hamas, an organization equivalent to the police in Israel. According to the report, the name of the killed commander is Mataz Eid. In addition, dozens of military headquarters, a number of observation posts, as well as several rocket positions of the terrorist organizations Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad were destroyed, the IDF said in a statement published on the IDF website. Preparations for the ground operation continue. Watch this and other stories in full on the Patreon resource. Become our patrons right now and look further in this program. In London, even LGBT representatives came out in support of Hamas. But tolerance for pro-Palestinian activists appears to have evaporated. In Berlin, they're already being harshly pressed by the police. Parliamentary elections were held in Poland, as a result of which both major parties declared victory. In fact, the opposition forces won. Putin is preparing for a meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. The meeting is planned as part of the One Belt, One Road Forum, which will be held in Beijing. But Putin has already started licking the soft panda. But the main cost of supporting China will most likely be the territories claimed by Beijing. Watch in the program, Postscript. The system is at a historical crossroads. Tie yourself to Putin until 2030 or urgently change your portrait and change your shoes. The only problem is how to minimize losses. The system highlights Navalny and legends Feigen, declaring him wanted in the swamps. At the same time, the FSB received the go-ahead, by the end of this year, to achieve the extradition of the independent journalist Sotnik, who became an obstacle to a comfortable reboot. And that's all for today. View our full programs on the Patreon resource. And thanks to everyone who is becoming our patrons right now. Hugs to everyone. See you on Thursday. Glory to Ukraine.